So there's a good game coming up now. Kings 11 Punjab playing against Sunrisers Hyderabad in Hyderabad, which is not a 180-200 kind of surface. What do you make of those two teams?
I think Kings is playing very good cricket at the moment. Yeah. And Sunrisers is looking balanced. I think that one team has looked balanced right from the auction day, and even though they've had injuries, Bhuvi is not playing. They had few changes. I think the last win they had against Mumbai Indians is going to give them tremendous confidence. I think when you win games like that, it just takes you to another level in terms of confidence, and that's been Sunrisers' strength. I think that's one team which has always banked on their bowlers and created a team around the strength of the bowlers, and it's exactly as opposed to CSK. The other day we were discussing the numbers of two teams which CSK was right at the top in terms of scoring close to 200 runs and winning matches and all that. Here is one team which has created and figured out a different formula of winning games, which is making sure that you restrict teams 10-15 runs below par and then chase down those runs and give the result.
So I think they're a batsman short.
Yes.
I still think they're a batsman short. So I know at the game we watched yesterday against Mumbai, you saw Mohammad Nabi come into the side. Now, for my liking, I would drop Nabi out tomorrow and I'd bring Alex Hales into the top and just strengthen. With Manish Pandey struggling, which he is struggling a lot this year, I'd like to see another batsman at the top of the order there and bring Alex Hales in, move Williamson back to 3. Looks a lot stronger lineup. They can use Yusuf Pathan with the ball if they want to, if they have to. Shakib is there to offer that left arm spin. Bhuvi will come back in, I would imagine, at home for Sandeep Sharma and bring in Alex Hales at the top.
The problem with that would be they have only 5 bowlers then. They don't have a 6. So you've got to back Yusuf Pathan. I don't think he bowls anymore.
Well, no.
Williamson bowls an over or 2 here and there, or what do they do?
If they have Siddharth Kaul, and Basil Tumpy,
Bhuvi
and Rashid Khan,
and Shakib.
That's
and
5
Yusuf,
bowlers. And Yusuf and Kane.
Yeah.
If they need them. Yusuf Pathan, Kane Williamson can bowl 1 over each if they have to. But they've got away with the theory of bowling just 5 bowlers in general terms.
They like Basil Tumpy bowling at the back, but nobody has been more impressive than Sandeep Sharma bowling at the front. So which of the two would you play? If Bhuvi has to come back.
If Bhuvi comes back, he offers you front and back. He offers you the death. So it's just a matter of saying, okay, are we going to be okay without Basil Tumpy at the end? We probably will, because we've got Bhuvi and maybe we can... Sandeep's probably not, but Siddharth Kaul has done well at the death for them. So maybe that's the option.
Okay, so that's the Sunrisers. Kings 11 didn't play Chris Gayle the other day because he was a bit stiff. But he's had enough time now to rest. So the universe boss will come back to Hyderabad. So they'll have so straight swap. You think Gayle for Finch? What do you think? So I think Gayle for Miller and Finch goes back down.
Finch goes back down, but this is a side as well that I think the Sunrisers track, the track in Hyderabad will suit. Off pace bowlers and Andrew Ty. You've got good spinners and Ashwin and Mujib. We might see Yuvraj roll his arm over tomorrow. Ankit Rajput, impressed with him. Srayan has got the slower ball. So I think, Zach, it's a team that will suit the Hyderabad ground as well.
Yeah, I think it's looking complete team. I think, and because they've been winning matches, that's one thing was required for Kings 11, and Chris Gayle, the kind of spark which he's offered for Kings 11 has really helped. So I think it's between Aaron Finch and Miller. I don't see any other changes in that lineup. Barinder Saran has been bowling really well. I think he's made a solid claim. I think you'll see him contributing in this season for sure.
Mujib Zadran, or Mujibur Rahman as he's called, he finished it, but the 19th was the key over, and that was bowled by Barinder Saran. He bowled 3 expensive overs, but he bowled a really good 19th over. And I thought it was interesting what Ashwin said at the end that day, that it was not about who was to bowl, but what lengths Barinder Saran was going to bowl. So Ashwin's doing a good job, isn't he?
Yes, I think he's growing in confidence now. You just have to see how he is experimenting in terms of his own bowling. I think he started with too much of experimentation. Now he's looking settled, but he needs to persist with that. I think he needs to be just careful with that, because as a captain you have to make sure that that your performance is right up there, because at times, if you're not bowling at the standard which you've set for yourself, that can really affect your captaincy. So that's something which he has to be careful of. winning matches has obviously helped, but at the back end of the tournament, you've seen teams getting on winning momentum, or they've got onto a losing momentum, which can really affect. And at that stage, I think the real test for Ashwin is going to come, because he's set up the season very nicely for him. I think they will be very disappointed if they don't qualify from this kind of position, and that can happen only if they got onto a losing momentum, which we've seen in the past. Doesn't really look like happening, but all in all, those are the things which he has to be watchful of, other than he's just growing in confidence, I think, which should help him.
Sunrisers, Kings.
Oh, tough to go against the Sunrisers at home, isn't it? They're a very, very good side, and I mean, I watched them last night at Wankhede. Just find a way. Find a way. I mean, I know Mumbai found a way to lose that game, but Sunrisers found a way to win when they hadn't scored anywhere near.
Now, in a sense, you were saying that the lower teams want two teams to fly away, right?
Correct.
So if the Sunrisers win, they go up to 10 points as well.
3 on 10, yeah.
That's 3 on 10. So the lower teams are all sitting there already halfway into this tournament, saying, Kings,
come on,
win one more, CSK win one more, fly away at the top.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what they're hoping for. That's what they're thinking.
But I mean, here are two teams. I know Sunrisers won in 2016, but here are two teams at the start of the season. You say, wow, I'm waiting for the IPL. I'm waiting for Mumbai Indians. I'm waiting for CSK. I'm waiting for RCB. No one is saying, I'm waiting for Rajasthan Royals. I'm waiting for Sunrisers. I'm waiting for Kings. And guess what? These are the teams that are saying, come look at us.
Found their combinations quite early on, haven't they? And I think that's one of the keys. And the Indian players. You win the IPL because of your Indian players. Yes, your international guys will win you a match here and there, but the consistent performances of your top-class Indian players, particularly your bowlers, they win you the IPL. Sunrisers have got the best Indian local bowling attack, and that is part of the reason that they are a good side. And then you look at the Kings 11, much the same. Got a very good bowling attack, full of a lot of good local players, plus Mujib now and Andrew Tye.
And even when they won it in 2016, Nehra had a great season for them. Barinder Shah had a great season for them. They let go Mustafizur. They probably realized that he's probably served his utility. They probably just let him go, and now they've got they've got a decent bowling lineup. Sandeep Sharma comes in, Basil Thampi comes in, Bhuvneshwar is good, so they're doing all right.